What's up, you guys? How y'all doing out there, man? Hit the like, subscribe to the page, do whatever you could possibly do. But yo, I can't believe uh we starting off the podcast like this, man. We finally going to a different level, man. And I just had to call this really because my podcast's been moving all over the world, and I've been getting feedback from people all over the world through Gmail or through Facebook or Instagram or Reddit or blogs or everything. And I've been getting like a close to like a good like 500 comments a week. And just seeing the feedback that I've been getting, it's actually hilarious. And I've been getting blocked a lot with YouTube with being censored on what's my content and what can I talk about or what I can't talk about. And just to see how the world take things is amazing. Like a lot of the content I put out before this was about news, and I put that content out about news, and I was coming with political facts, not taking one side or not taking another. I was just coming with the honest truth, and it's just funny how like the response to that was, "You can't do this." And it's amazing just to see. Even the response from the people was, you know, we don't like this. Either you got to choose a side. And it's like, wow. Alternative facts is just the place that we live in this world. And it's just crazy just to see everybody just to laugh and to joke and to giggle like they really want to tell the truth. Like like everything is truthful and everything is love and everything is is a different feeling than what it exactly is. I think people get um love mixed up. And I think some people think love is what I could get out you. It's good to be used, but it's horrible to be misused. And a lot of people misuse people. A lot of people love people, but love people for what they can get out of them. So when you look at certain like people that tell news or whatever, and you watch people that watch that type of news, depend on the person that you is depend on the news that you watch. So you love a station not because of the news that they tell you, but what you can get out of that station. Is not love for the station because the station is telling me the truth of what I should hear. It's love for the station because I got options. I could go over here to somebody that's telling me what I want to hear, or I can listen to you, and you might be telling me some real stuff, but I ain't really I ain't really flowing with that. Just because you don't say it the way that I'm used to it being said. Like, you know what I mean? Just because you don't got a tie on, and you're not saying, "Oh, well, I'm politically understood on 100 levels, and I'm just trying to get." No, just because I'm not articulating it that way, the judge of the people judge my schooling, my teaching, and it's funny because all of that stuff plays a role in the actual era that we live in. We're living in an era where as though if you don't stand for a certain political ring, then it will be an argument. Well, it will be an argument to people that's over a certain age. For a political side, it will be an argument for people that's to a certain age. Because I really believe like kids that's like under 25 and 26 don't really give a fuck. And I'm sorry to say it like that, but I really don't think that they care. I really don't think that they care. I think that people get older and they start caring about politics because they start caring about how to invest their money. And that's what happened with me. You know, you care about where to invest your money, how, and then you start looking at your neighborhood and saying, like, wow, that's like that. Okay, because of politics, let me get into that. Let me try to figure out that. And I think that's why people start getting, but the younger kids, African Americans, definitely under 30, don't care. Like, this is not the topic of conversation there. You know what I mean? And like, if I go hang out with my boys, this is not going to be the topic of conversation of about what Trump is doing. So a lot of times when I make statements on the Trump situation or the government situation, I know a lot of white people get upset because it's like, yo, what this little boy from the hood, you know what I mean, talking like, you know what I mean, and what's up, and yo, how come he's talking like that, but talking about our news? He's one person told me I should only talk about what goes on in the African American community. And I was like, whoa, ain't the African American community ran by the government system? While African Americans or African American community is set up inside a country that is ran by mostly whites. And it's a shame that when you try to, you know what I mean, yo, this is my point of view. Not try. This is my point of view. People go chop you down and be like, yo, this is not how you should be talking about news. Yo, this is not how. But what America gotta understand is that this is what you made. In certain sections of America, you got guys that talk like me. You got people that talk like me. They work every single day, come home, pay a paycheck, got a house, kids, home, cars, the same thing as you got. We just don't speak the same. We don't got the same education. I didn't care to go to the schools that you thought was so good. I was like, yo, I'm gonna read this shit on my own and understand this shit myself. Cause, you know, them forefathers ain't my forefathers. They ain't my forefathers. They might be yours, but they ain't your mine. So when I talk about the news, and I'm gonna let this clear for white people. When I talk about the news, I'm not talking politically correct for you. I'm not running for no mayor or no for office. I don't care about running for a mayor for office. When I first came out and you listen to Free Your Mind, I was talking all proper and trying to be. I was jumping on. I was on another radio show before this. I was talking, and I didn't like the conversation that I had to have. I mean, I understand the content. I understand exactly what's going on inside the United States. I understand exactly what's happening. It's just paperwork that you have to read. Reading ain't that hard. So I ain't going. Y'all don't gotta give me credit for that. Any idiot can read. Somebody told me I can't comprehend. It's amazing that I can't comprehend, but I know the whole entire Robert Mueller investigation. A lot of people told me these type of things on a lot of different levels of Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, blogs. I put out a lot of blogs or whatever. A lot of people told me that on blogs and everything. And one thing they gotta understand is that I don't care about the political reign that's America's playing. that don't matter to me. I care about politically moving people that I know out of these situations, family members out of these situations, not of being broke, of being of bringing change to our neighborhood, bringing a different type of thinking to our neighborhood, without the religion, without the beliefs. We don't need that. We just can think better. We don't need a God to help us think better. That was the political side of this. I know a lot of y'all hear this out there and think that every political ring has to go, everything that you say politically or whatever, it matters. It don't matter. Those guys up there, Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, uh, Donald Trump, all they up there playing all day. Let's be real. Let's be real. They're playing all day. Affecting, making laws and passing laws that's not going to affect none of their kids. Let's be real. There is the society of the elites, but we look up to them. When it's more of us than us, it should be more people talking about the news that look like me. They're talking about the news that look like them. Because it affects more people that look like me than it affects people that look like them. So this is a point of view. You remember Nancy when you didn't fund that school with on a Bill Clinton ring? You remember Nancy Pelosi when that school wasn't funded? George Bush when you didn't fund certain schools, you chopped fundings for schools. Bill Clinton when you chopped funding in certain areas for schools. I'm that kid, so I'm qualified to speak on why the funding for the school. If you want kids to talk the proper way, I never care about the proper way of talk. It gets it done, but I get what if you want these kids to speak the proper way and do. Come on, man. Come on, man. We living in areas where we don't got time to go home and jot down the correct way of how to write something out. I look at the privilege of people and the way they live, the privilege of people and the way they talk. I can see it spews out of the comments. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love the hate. I love, and not the hate from people. I love the hate from no, the hate from people, but not saying that I love the hate like, yo, I love the hate. Like I love having haters. No, I love it to let the world know that it's never gonna be a nice world. Oh yeah, everybody love everybody. Nice. Everybody play nice. Everybody play nice. This no. No, this is not how this takes place. This is not the narrative of this story. It's not gonna be a nice world and a nice house and a picket fence, and that's not gonna work. That's not what's gonna take place. And I crack up laughing every time because I love doing these podcasts. I love doing the other podcasts, and I love doing the radio show and the YouTube. This is YouTube. I'm sorry. I like the podcast is a little better because I don't have to look at the camera. But yeah, I liked it, and it's funny just to see people out I rarely get mad, so people know that. Especially when people give me criticism, I actually find it funny. So I'm rarely the guy to get mad, but I really don't understand when people. What do people say about they want the facts? You guys really don't want the facts. You really don't want somebody to read to you the paperwork and tell you what the paperwork is saying. You don't want that. You want certain parts highlighted, and you want your base to cater to you, depending on how you grew up. It would never be a compromise in none of these situations. And this is a guy coming from the hood, because you can't feel me. I You would never pick me for president, but I never want a motherfucker like you to be president, even though you've been president. Type of cats like that been president for years. But just think about it. They would never pick me as a president. Oh no. I got too many flaws in my character. I get it. But why would I pick a rich man for a president? Do he feel where I'm coming from? Do you really think somebody like Donald Trump understand how it is to grow up in Philadelphia? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's why I'll just be like, man, we really gotta, as a country, we gotta fix things. We gotta help our country out. Our country is real. Our country is struggling, and I really, some people just don't understand what to do. It's either one or the other. It's like a mob now. It's like either you're a Republican or you're a Democrat. I seen on Facebook the other day, you liberal mother effer. I was like, whoa. That's what somebody told me. They was like, you know what? I can't stand these liberal mother. I was like, yo, I'm not even a liberal. I'm not even a liberal. Like, I don't believe I'm nowhere near a liberal. Like, I'm serious. I really don't believe I'm nowhere near a liberal. I can't be. Cause you know why? I agree with the border wall. I agree with helping America. But I agree with allies. I agree with NATO. I agree with treaties. I agree with that too. So I don't know what that makes me. I guess it makes me an African American because I'm unique. It's different. I'm not a hard headed European, or I'm not a too soft little European that feels bad that I enslaved everybody and I'm sitting here on stolen land. No, I could actually feel good about this land. I worked my ass off for this land. This is the issue that we have right now inside 2020. They're forgetting us. Yeah, as niggas. They forgetting us. They have no existence that we even they have no care in the world that we even exist. Somebody said, "Yo, you ramble. You ramble." Really? That's why I named it really. Really? You ramble, Really? I have a podcast, man. If you wanted to didn't listen to me ramble, listen to something else. Really? You're gonna tell me I ramble. It's crazy what they do to people. It's phenomenal the changes of the world. Why are you yelling, Isaiah? Are you crazy? Yeah, it's phenomenal. They're changing the world as we see it in the front of our eyes. I mean, this is becoming a PC world that is very scary because what you do in the past, oh my, it's scary. What you do in the past is going to be very, very detrimental to your future. I'm happy because a white man can't just come out and put blackface on us. They stopping that, but they're not stopping that for the good. Because it's PC about everything. They said, if y'all want us to be PC about niggas, we had to be PC for every. We had to open up the line. We have to open up the line for everything. Very weird. We're going through a very weird society right now. And the thing is that you can't get mad at it because has the flaws of the generation before. And this is just, I would say my parents' flaws, but yeah, this is all the buildup of flaw. You look at a lot of baby boomers, Nancy Pelosi, is running the world. Would you be comfortable with millenniums running the world? These are the things that conversations that we have all the time. It's very, very tricky. I just sit back and tell myself, really, really. The State of the Union come on tonight. Tomorrow, I'll be talking about a version of the State of the Union. I won't be talking about the whole thing because I am getting censored and I don't feel like talking about news no more. So I'm gonna get on here and say random shit and talk about random things because I am being censored. And for me to talk about the news or talk about things that make people intelligent, I can't run campaigns on that. So I could run a campaign for YouTube about news articles. Where world we living in? And I guess this is all because of Lucifer 2.0. That damn Lucifer 2.0. And a lot of things that I say, I know a lot of people judge me. It's very woody. You just gotta be smart enough to understand what's in the government reports. I do this for people that really watch and pay attention to really understand what's going on in the news and pay attention to what's going on in the news and watch the news and listen and keep their heads open. All right, y'all. State of the Union coming on in 30 minutes. I'll holla at y'all like.